What's going on, everyone? I'm Unlimited Grayscale. Today I'm just going to be showing some drawing tricks that I've used. I'm not very good at drawing. I'm terrible at drawing, actually. But I've just picked up some drawing tricks using this app called Sketchbook that I showed a little bit in my video titled, drawing, question mark. Also, sorry for any background noise. So we're just going to get right into this. Right into this, whatever. And we're going to start off with the gradient hack. So I'm actually going to go ahead and get a new sketch, and we're going to go portrait mode and discard, sketch, discard. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off at maybe like a red here. We're going to get like a very vibrant red, and up here we're going to select salty watercolor and probably like right about, no, let's see. Yep, actually, yes, so like right about this size, maybe a little smaller, is probably the best. So we're just going to start making circles down here, taking my screen off. I'm actually using like a touch thing, but you can use your fingers obviously for this. I'm just using a touch thing so my screen doesn't get dirty. So once I get probably right about like that, I think that's pretty good for what I need for right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my next color. I think I'm going to do maybe like that one, and I'm going to connect it just like this. And you want to blend it in a little bit so there's not as much white as there is color. So there's more color than there is white, because with this watercolor, it doesn't show a lot of hidden white. So we're going to actually make this orange way bigger than the red, right? And then we're going to get like this mix of like this orange yellow and kind of like put this one right here. Probably my favorite type of yellow right here. It's more of like an orangey, and it's not so in your face, right? So I'm just kind of like making circles here. I'm even making lines to fill them in, but you're going to want the edges to be kind of like circles. So once you do that, I'm going to get my final color, which is probably like there, right? As I said, I don't want like in your face yellow. I probably want like right about there, you know? So it's still a little in your face, but I think it's good contrast from the red that we have here at the beginning. Why am I making this video? I have no idea, but why not? So then we're going to come down here to the bottom, this little section here, and we're going to click this eyedropper, and we're going to pick up this color again. And this is the fun part where the gradient starts to happen. You're just going to start like making lines and swiping upward. Now at first, hold on, we're going to actually undo that. At first, it's going to look kind of like the red is taking over. But trust me, it's not, alright? So you're just going to keep going up, and it's not going to look good to begin with, alright? Whoa, don't want that. We're going to start from the bottom again. You're just going to keep going up, alright? And there may have been too much white in this one to use, but I'll show you here in a second some of the other ones that I've done using this technique before. I'm going to show you, I think, 2 techniques in this video. If you want more, I have more to share. I just don't know if you want them. I'm actually going to go straight back down so we can get some of this yellow pulling down into our piece. Then we just wanted to get this like really cool blended look. Now on top of this, you're going to be able to put basically whatever you want, because it's your drawing your piece, but I like to keep it blank because I think it looks pretty cool. I even like to keep some of these strokes sometimes because it kind of looks like in the ones that I do that are blue, kind of looks like clouds in a way. Sometimes the red looks like clouds. I think I have a blue one that I'm going to show you, and then maybe a red one. I've done tons of these. I just don't save them because they'll take up too much room. So I'm just going to keep going for a little while until I'm happy with the final outcome. But basically, yeah, you can create gradients. I'm actually not going to keep going for a while. Hold on, we're going to cut here for a second, and I'm going to show you some of my other drawings. Okay, so here's one of them. This is a blue one. Now this one I kept some of the strokes, it doesn't really show much of the cloud aspect. You really need to look into it to see it, but I think it's pretty cool. Keep in mind these were some of my beginning ones, and I've done way better ones since I've done these. Lastly, I have this one. Now so next up we're going to just go on and delete this so we can move on to our next hack. So this one's less of a hack and just kind of like a cool drawing that I was able to do, and I kind of want to share with you guys. So you're going to click the fill option, and we're just going to fill the screen black. So now we have a black screen. And then we're going to kind of come up here, and we're going to scroll down until it's somewhere around here. It's going to be called Speckles. In this app, it's called Speckles. It's not any of these. I know it's up here, because I was just doing this when I decided to make a video out of it. So yes, speckled. And what we're going to do is we're going to make it probably about like, maybe, yeah, this big, I think will probably be one of our best bets to get the best. And we're just going to kind of go through the rainbow. I don't really like the rainbow, but it looks pretty cool in the end when you do it. So we're just going to kind of like, you can even like swipe it up and kind of get speckles, or you can tap it. And you can make different sizes here, so we can have some bigger red speckles and some smaller ones. And I don't want to super overdo it with the red, so we're going to move on to like maybe like the scarlet now. And we have like some bigger orangey circle red ones, and then we'll get some smaller ones in here, so we can get a diversity range of size speckles. And also, sorry for any background noise, you probably can't even hear it, but whatever. So we're going to move on to like this orange yellow now. You can definitely see this one going down. This is also really good to make space backgrounds and all that stuff. Somehow, this is sometimes how I make some thumbnails. Alright. Now, we're going to move on to like the actual type of yellow here. And we're going to do some bigger ones because yellow kind of gets even. You know, we can really mainly see some red. So we're going to do some bigger ones and a ton of yellow ones here. So we're just going to kind of like, I'm going to go down in the corner, go to where we see a ton of red, and then flood it with yellow, you know? So red and yellow are more competing. The orange just kind of gets swallowed, but that's okay. So that's kind of cool. You can really do this without any colors you want, but definitely, I just did it with the rainbow because I think it looks pretty cool, the final end product, and it's really good for maybe party invitations, to put a party invitation on top of this. This is also not all that I'm doing on Unlimited Grayscale. This is just what I've been kind of into lately, so this is what I've been posting, but I'll definitely put up like tutorials of how to make thumbnails soon. Hint, hint, it's actually also used, I actually also use this app for making thumbnails. We got to kind of get it off this warm tone here with the screen, so we're going to use a lot of green here. Yes, so I use this app for making thumbnails as well. We're going to go down here and maybe like that. So we don't want too much green because green already kind of overtook it. So right now it's kind of like green, red, and yellow is mainly what I see. Orange, oh, I feel bad for orange, as if it's a real person. But so we're going to go in with some blue here. You know, just kind of like go in with some blue. And maybe some bigger blue, because I think this blue is a good touch to what we already have. Like, yeah, there we go. In some of these blank areas, we can really make the blue shine. There we go. That's a lot of blue. Let's try to cover it up with maybe, like, this type of blue. Alright? Now we kind of got, like, I'm just kind of, like, tapping the screen and maybe doing some, like, X's or circles around. Sorry for any background noise, by the way. Yeah, so far you can see it's actually looking pretty good. And then we're just going around the color wheel here. Just like always, like I do this all the time. Maybe like some bigger ones of that one, because that's kind of like cool color compared to what we have on. We have some like bright tones, so it's a darker color. Let's make it a little longer, because I don't really like purple, so I don't want too much of the purple in this drawing. Just kind of like spread it along here, and we should be good here in a second. I'm actually going to do pink, just like kind of, because look, it's going to be a brighter color. You're definitely, once I'm done adding some of this pink, you're definitely going to be able to spot the pink here. And we're going to also use the pink to fill in some of these darker areas here, like down there in the bottom right hand corner. So I think this is pretty cool. One thing you can do with this is if you go ahead and take like an eraser and maybe make it like that big, you can write like hi on it. It's really hard to write on digitally, but I just thought this was a pretty cool idea and I wanted to share it with you guys. So if you want, please check out my main channel, Wise Grayscale, if you haven't come from there. And I will see you guys all next video with hopefully a tutorial, because ball 5.0 is not even close to being done. I don't even know why I just drew my smiley face there. But ball 5.0 is not close to being done. But yeah, so see you all later.